knowing what is the significance of the great ancient structures built around the world, knowing are we all descendants from a great civilisation that we are uneducated about, and if so, what is its name? Knowing why did human beings fall from nature? I am standing at the side of a stream. I can hear the water bubbling away in the stream, and I can hear birds singing in the trees. The stream runs down a hill, and I look down the hill towards an American Indian settlement. There is a forest to my right. There is a hazy mist over the scene in front of me. Through the mists of time, many ancient laws have been lost. It is now time for these to be retrieved. The records are all there. The records of lost ancient civilisations are all there. They have been hidden. Vivian, please walk down the grassy bank alongside the stream of learning. Please watch carefully. We will be showing you a number of things on your journey. You must be very alert. You must try to speak about everything that you see as you walk alongside the stream of learning. Please focus. Describe what you can see. I can see a blue pole. There is a blue pole standing upright on the other side of the stream. The pole looks a little like a maypole. There are ribbons hanging off the pole, and there is a child dancing around the maypole, playing a tambourine. See the ribbons blowing in the breeze, Vivian. This is how the energy lifts off the poles of planet Earth. See how it blows in the breeze. Watch the maypole, Vivian. Water pours down the ribbons. There is a beam of light from the top of the maypole, and the water is pouring through the beam of light. The beam of light has always shone through the poles of the earth. It pours consciousness through the poles. The ribbons are the energy that takes the consciousness and flows it through the earth. In your world, these are known as ley lines. Ancient civilisations knew of the ribbons. The ribbons should be allowed to move and flow. And the ancient civilisations respected this. The energy from light source flowed through the poles and out through the ribbons. As the poles spun, the ribbons spun too. I can now see the maypoles spinning around, and the ribbons are whipping out. This is how it works, Vivian. As the earth spins, the ribbons should be allowed to move freely, to spin the light source energy all around. The ancient civilisations were aware that this energy distribution could be increased immeasurably by building other poles around the world. They did this for the force of good. The idea was that the ribbons would be able to pass the energy through the other poles. The divine assisted in this process. It is what you would call magic. Every ancient structure that is steeped in mystery and intrigue is one of these poles. It is a maypole. It was designed to create its own ribbons of energy from the very light source energy that was feeding into the poles. Please advise the people listening that you can see an image of the Earth, Vivian, and where you talk about the North Pole and the South Pole are the points that we talk about now. The ancient civilisations were focused on increasing the light energy around the Earth. This was so they could increase the population and there would be enough energy to feed everyone. The Earth polar points were designed to spread this energy and create their own maypole of ribbon energy. Each connection would create a smooth rippling flow of energy that would send an ocean of energy across the whole of planet Earth. Many speak of Atlantis. Many believe Atlantis was buried under the sea. This is a fairly close surmisation, but it is not strictly correct. Atlantis was not buried under the sea. Atlantis was built on the poles of consciousness energy. It was not buried by the sea. The sea of consciousness was the very thing that helped Atlantis grow. Atlantis was destroyed when the earth shifted into the solar plexus chakra. And at this point, there were a small number who became, as you say, power mad. Power mad is a befitting term. They were insane with the lust and desire for power. And as a result, they forgot how the maypoles work. They forgot that there needs to be a free flow of the ribbons out from the maypoles. And they sought to trap the consciousness energy inside the very poles that had been built to attract the energy from the light source poles. The energy was trapped. The energy is still trapped in many of the poles. Light source attempts to pour water through the main poles of the earth, but the connections have been lost. We talk about the lost civilization of Atlantis. This is a representation of the lost connections. Atlantis was destroyed by the lost connections. Atlantis is how this very planet Earth should be, and Atlantis is where it will now move. Many talk of the polar shift. Many talk of polar opposites. The polar shift has happened and continues. This is creating a different field of energy around planet Earth. You know of this already, Vivian. The field of love and truth will outweigh the field of power. The power that has been wielded in the past will now be undone. Vivian, you have recently been aware of a flooding of oceans. There has been talk from those around you of oceans. And now everyone should be aware that there is an ocean of consciousness that will soon be flooding this earth. This has been described in previous records as the Great Flood. Some people take this literally. Please now know that when you hear stories of great floods, we are simply speaking in metaphor. We are simply speaking about the great flood of light source consciousness that will shortly bathe planet Earth. The flood will be cleansing. The flood will cleanse away the power. The flood will create a flow that will enable the ribbons to flow freely again. There are numbers on this earth who are currently undertaking missions. They know who they are. The missions have all been completed to an extremely satisfactory level. We would like you to know that this project is so far a success. The blockages that have been created are now being released. The buildings that have been asked about are the poles. You can see these on any map of the Earth's ley lines. Where those connecting points are is where the maypoles are. There are souls around the world that have been positioned and are now being positioned to act as antennae and conductors to accept the light source when it washes over planet Earth like an ocean. They have accepted their mission, even though some do not yet know it. They have moved into position, and very soon an ocean of love and truth consciousness will reform Atlantis on planet Earth. There are many involved in this mission. You must know that you are all protected. If your soul is awakened and you are listening to this message, you should know that you are protected. Vivian, please continue down the stream. I can see the water rising in the stream. It is rising at quite a rapid rate. The stream has now turned into a river. This message must go out to everyone. Follow the stream of learning. That is where many of you are now, and many of you are involved in this mission. You are seeking knowledge. You are exploring the ancients. You are seeking to understand every aspect of the divine, and that must continue. As the consciousness rises in the stream of learning, it will turn into the river of consciousness. The river of consciousness flows towards Atlantis. I can see the stream filling with water. I turn round. I can see the water gushing over the rocks. The water is building and building. I see a waterfall in the distance, and the water is gushing down the waterfall. See the waterfall of answers, Vivian. All the information is there. Remember how you manifest. You manifest by setting an intention. For those seekers and explorers who are currently extracting the information, you must set the powerful intention for the information to come to you. It will come down through the waterfall of answers. It will flood through the stream of learning where you must collect it, and it will flow into the river of consciousness. As you raise your levels of consciousness, this in turn will move towards the ocean of understanding. Atlantis will be created. You must understand this. Your thoughts are an integral part of this process. You must create the ocean of collective consciousness. See the people drawing towards the stream of learning, Vivienne. I can see tribes and tribes of people drawing towards the stream, which is now a flowing river down towards the Indian settlement. Vivian, jump into the river of consciousness. Ride the waves of consciousness. Do not try and go against the tide. The waves will come. Whatever anyone tries to do, the cleansing waves will come. Atlantis must rise again. The ancient structures must be allowed to work properly. The ribbon rivers of consciousness flying from the maypoles must be freed. I can see maypoles all around the side of the river. They are spinning. The ribbons are fluttering in the breeze. They are touching the people, drawing towards the river. As the ribbons touch each person, they light up in a glow. See the light emanating from the tribe, Vivian. See how it rises up. See how it washes over the Indian settlement. I can see the light flooding over the settlement. It's like golden water flooding over. The wigwams are all turning gold. Welcome to Atlantis, Vivian. You have entered the golden age. Thank you.